Hi, I'm Stephen Michael McDowell, aka Buttercup. Welcome to day 10 of video everyday vlog every day in it's Veda. Today what I'd like to do is just vent because I am extremely frustrated at this right this very second. So I want to give you an idea of like what my gross ass living space looks like. Okay, look, it's a mess. It's a mess for sure. It's a mess. But the difference between a mess and a disaster zone is a very thin line, and part of the reason why my room is a mess right now is because I'm sick, and so for the past couple of days I haven't been able to clean, and things have accumulated. But one thing about this room specifically is that like I am constantly mitigating the possible threat for electrical fires, for offending my audience if they see my dad's avid Washington football team enthusiasm, which is displayed everywhere. Um, there are many small organisms that cohabitate with me in this space that I would prefer not to kill, and so there are things set up to make sure that we don't infringe on each other's space. And also, like, I like to occasionally clean the space and be able to like not have super dusty. Like my dogs also live with me in this space, so uh, it's so hard to explain the intricacies of this, but let's just say that like there's a very delicate balance maintained, and it's entirely based on me knowing where every single thing in the space is. And occasionally my parents will come down and move usually pretty large things from one place to another, and that offsets the delicate balance significantly to the point where, it could cause an electrical fire. It could result in an entire family of ants moving into my bed. And so right now I'm really frustrated because I'm, sick, physically unable to move a lot of the things around that need to be moved around at the moment. And I was in the middle of watching an anime in my bed when I felt the familiar feeling of a jumping spider walking on my arm. And I like immediately understood that the reason why the jumping spider had gotten onto my arm was because there's part of my like comforter is like extending onto the ground, and the reason why it's doing that is because it got shifted out of the way because my mom put a thing that I had drying in the laundry room onto my bed to like indicate like do something with this. But the fact that it was there and the fact that I was too weak to move it meant that it had pushed the rest of the stuff off my bed, which then allowed the spider to get onto my bed, which then allowed it to get onto my body. And I, did not have full control of my reaction to that and like shook violently to get it off of my body and ended up chucking my phone across the room. And fortunately, as you can see, it still works. There are no cracks on it that are visible, but so it could have happened. And then, this expensive ass device like would need to be replaced, and then it would change this mess into a disaster. And or I could have gotten bitten by the jumping spider, and that could have changed this mess into a disaster. Also, like another thing is that like, okay, so I was talking about the electrical fire. I have a heater down here because it like the rest of the house is significantly warmer than this area, and so it's like required to have a heater when the outside ambient temperature gets around 50 degrees. That means that it can be it can be as cold as 30 degrees down here, and so like I need to have a heater here and on almost at all times. And there's a problem with the extension cord that connects my heater, and if it is anywhere near any sort of fabric, there's a possibility that there could be a fire. And so I was cleaning the area, and this is like right before I got sick. I was cleaning the area, and I moved the carpet that was near where that electrical the extension cord was, and I moved it into the other room, not in a place where like it was obstructing anything. It was just out of the way, and my mom for some reason just like decided to move the entire thing back into this room and like right on top of the cord where the like, you guys, I'm just so aggravated, and like, and it's not, and because it's so complicated, it just took me 5 minutes to explain all these things. Like, I have no idea when I'll have the opportunity to have this conversation with my parents, and if I do, like, if it will even get come across, or if they'll just be like, well, you should, who knows what they would say. So anyway, that was it. I just needed to vent that. Now I'm just going to upload this video exactly how it is, and then the negative energy that I've been building up inside of my body will be out, redistributed into the ether. Thank God. Okay. This has been Stephen Michael McDowell, aka Buttercup. What are your thoughts on this? Do you guys have spaces that exist in a delicate state, a superposition of disaster and or mess? Tell me about it. Like, comment, subscribe, if you please. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.